So first off, I really would like to thank everybody for being here today. This is a milestone in Aliyah's life, and most of you people have been in her life for the entire time. You've known her since she was still in the womb, and now she's 18 years old, ready to graduate from high school. We couldn't be more proud of her. So we thank you all for being here. We thank her grandparents, Joe and Ann, for throwing her such a wonderful party, such a great venue. For my daughter, you know, hopefully I can get through this without getting choked up. But, you know, that's part of the speech. This is a milestone in her life. It feels like, you know, just yesterday we were bringing her home from the hospital. I held her in my arms for the first time. When she was still in the womb, I used to talk to Christy's belly. I used to say, "How am I, baby? How are you? I'm going to take the best care of you." I used to say things like that to her. And then the first time I held her in my arms, I said those words, "Hi, my baby," and her eyes opened wide, and I knew she recognized who I was. Wow. And it was such a great occasion. And you know, now you're 18. This is the first of many milestones in your life. There's still going to be your first kiss, which I hope is in the future, not the past. Your first love. Your marriage. Your first child. We look forward to all of those things with you. Aliyah, you have been such a joy to your mother and I's life. We cannot imagine our life without you. You weren't planned, and here you are. And our lives will never be the same. So we love you. I'm going to end with this. There's a saying that a little girl holds her dad's hand for a short time, but holds her heart forever. You have our heart. Your mother and I are proud of you. We love you. Have a good day.
Thanks a lot, Willie. I got tears in my eyes now. Hey, right now we're going to call up Joe.
That's me.
Let's have a nice hand for Joe.
Joe!
And everyone here, you all know Joe, his speeches. All I want to tell you right now, get comfortable.
Yeah, I'm going to try not to put you to sleep, but I might. But if you fall asleep, it won't bother me because my feelings don't get hurt that easy. But here's the same deal, my granddaughter. I want to go back just a little bit. We raised Christy. And I gotta tell you, I raised a perfect child. You still are. But in lieu of that, I got a granddaughter. And I don't know, she's sneaking in there. It's super precious. Well, 18 years ago, Ann and I were there when we picked her up at the hospital down here. It was a momentous occasion. And she's given us a great deal of joy ever since. And just prior to that, Ann was stricken with cancer. And Aliyah was a godsend. She was a diversion. And she kept us both going for years. And so we've got a lot of great stories about Aliyah. She's an absolute sweetheart. I'll tell you the kind of kid she was. When she was about 3 years old, she's in the back of the car. Ann is throwing some CDs in, and she says, 3 years old, she says to her grandmother, "Hey, you got any Bon Jovi?" It's all right. And we're taking her home one afternoon. She's in the back singing her brains out. And all of a sudden, Andy and I give her a little applause. And her comment is in her best eldest voice, thank you very much. I'll be here every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. 4 years old. So she's always ahead of the curve. When she learned how to ride her bicycle, she could ride like the wind. She couldn't stop. And she was out with her mother and ran the bike into a wall, laying on the ground looking up. Mother looks down, she says to her mother, "Oh, that's another way to stop." That's the kind of spirit, she's always had. She must have been about 5 years old. Her mother is on a job estimate, and Aliyah's bouncing around the sitting room out there like a ping pong ball on steroids. And Christy comes out to reprimand her. Aliyah puts her hands on her hip, looks at her mother, and says, "You want a piece of me?" It's my granddaughter. I don't know where she got that from. I don't know what kind of kid she is. But anyway, she's just been an extraordinary, wonderful kid. We had her in preschool thanks to Sue Zibby. Let her hang around there for a year, and to kindergarten and grammar school. When she got out of middle school, she decided that she wanted to be homeschooled. Elementary, never elementary, that's Watson. But anyway, she had her high school at home, and she was diligent. She did 4 years and 3, came out of there, and now she's graduating, what is it? Cosmetology. I wanted her to be an electrician or a plumber or something, but she refused to do that. So then she told me she was going to go to cosmetology. I said, "Oh, good. You can tell me about the planets and the galaxies." No. That's not what it is. So finally I got straightened out. But I said to her, just be diligent, whatever you do. And just a little while ago, there was a state final here in New Jersey for all the kids that took those courses, and they had tests or whatever it is that they did. But Aliyah came in first in the state. She got a little gold medal. So she's obviously paying attention, right? You're number 1.
I'm number 2.
Thank you. Don't mind being number 2. So anyway, without any further ado, we just want to thank you all for being here. Lee knows what I'm about to say next. It's not, may you live long and prosper. You will. Little girl twice. All right, now any of you that are not sleeping, resume talking amongst yourselves.
Yeah, give it up for Joe.